Amanda from Avatar Uncovered, and welcome to the first day of our 222 Days to the Wizards Course campaign. So for those of you that don't know what this is, we're just starting today. I released it on the blog a few days ago. Our intention for 222 days to the Wizards Course, each and every day we'll be posting either a video or blog post or both, or a podcast in relation to Avatar Star's Edge, the goings on within Avatar, the cult tactics used, experiences, interviews, and basically anything related to Avatar. So welcome to the first day. This is day one. So I want to kick off the whole 222 days with an introduction. This is just an introduction to confession. And the reason why this is not only is confession quite a key element within cults, destructive cults, such as Avatar, it also is very important throughout a lot of the interviews and a lot of the things that I'm going to be discussing and other people are going to be discussing, specifically in relation to the exploitation, loans that have been given, sponsorships, dedication to and commitment to the mission. It's going to sort of have confession as an underlying aspect of that, because a lot of people don't realise just how much confession there is for those that go deeper within Avatar. So I'll just go into that in a moment very, very quickly, but I'm going to be doing this in a lot more depth over the coming weeks because it's really interesting and quite shocking as well, because you can really see the manipulation and coercive control, what is, very much guided from confession and the willingness to express and share everything that's going on in our life or has gone in our life. So first of all, I want to discuss, I was watching a video from a guy called R.J. Lifton, who wrote the book Thought Reform and the Psychology of Totalism. He's quite a very interesting person to read, and this book is really, really awesome for those of you that have been in a cult such as Avatar or Avatar and want to understand more the environment that is created to create a totalist system and totalist environment, such as that you find within Avatar. And he talks a lot about confession within that. So I won't go into the whole book, but it was a study of brainwashing within China. And out of that as well, there are key elements that are not just found within that, but which are found within a cult. So within one of the chapters, Lifton lays out 8 psychological themes against which an environment may be judged to see if it's totalist. And one of those elements is confession. And he writes, confession, sins as defined by the group are to be confessed either to a personal monitor or publicly to the group. There is no confidentiality. Members' sins, attitudes and faults are discussed and then exploited by the leaders. In totalist hands, confession becomes a means of exploiting rather than offering solace for these vulnerabilities. So just quickly, again, I'm going to go into much more detail. Confession starts the moment you walk into Avatar, and a lot of it is attached to that in terms of it being spiritual and releasing and freeing. So that's the kind of package that's presented, and it can be for some. There is some element of confessing or looking at ourselves that can be freeing. But as it says here, it goes beyond that, especially in the totalist environment, and becomes a mean and can be twisted as a mean of exploiting. So in Avatar, the moment you step in the mini courses, there's some form of confessing within the exercises. Walk for Atonement is all about confessing, self-deception signals, the integrity course, secrets within the Wizards course, which is a really big part of Wizards, transgressions and hidden agendas within the EJP, which is called the Enlightened Justice Procedure. And how these work as these get deeper and more intense as you go further within. You become more committed, you become more part of the group, you start checking in, you have that hierarchy. it starts becoming, for those that become advanced interns and hire, a daily practice. And a lot of avatar masters, including myself when I was part of it, some that have been in it for years have no idea just how intense this is within the advanced intern program, and how it's used to manipulate. It's used, write-ups are given to AVA on a regular basis of transgressions they may have committed, or hidden agendas that they have found, or secrets that they have had, and how they can see that that's being destructive for them in terms of not getting students, or how it's affecting the group and the mission, and how it even can be said that you have an intention to bring down Harry Palmer. And then that's when the manipulation and the exploitation takes place, and people are handing over money for loans and scholarships to make amends. And you're only able to make amends, the only way to make amends is to build Avatar further, like to develop the course, to bring more people in, to work harder, to be more committed, and to, if you have those funds, to allocate funds to help people continue on the path, or to awaken beings. And this becomes a very regular practice. Again, I'll get further into this. And another quote, when I was actually watching this video, I thought was really significant, from Robert J. Lifton. He says, if someone is kept confessing, you have control over their guilt and shame mechanisms. And there is no greater control one can achieve over a human being than this. And that certainly has been true for many that have been within Avatar for not just years, but decades. So this is it for the first day of the 222 days, and this is a running theme through everything that we're going to be doing. I found this very enlightening when I first started researching, and I'd come out, and it took me a long time to realise what had happened, like so many of us, and I start researching more about cults and high control, high demand groups, such as Avatar, and how this also works in other groups. So it's also a good thing to look at how other high control groups, or those that have been called cults, have used confession, very similar to what Avatar does, and how they begin to gain control of the psyche and the human being quite subtly to begin with, and always packaged as something else, but ends up leading to exploitation and abuse and control. So I hope you enjoyed the first day. We have an interview coming up in the next few days as well. I'm going to be trying to do as many videos as I can to complement the blogs. Thank you for listening, and keep your eye out for day 2 tomorrow. Have a great day.